Hello, this is Lord Master Bernard. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this is Lord Master Bernard. Welcome back to World Building Wednesday, where I work on, setting for, tabletop role-playing game sort of use. And let's continue with my boreal forest setting, which I don't have a name for yet. Do have a few names, but not for the actual region. I should fix that. So give me just a moment here. I'm just checking to see. Just checking to see that all of my settings are okay. I think the music might be a little too loud. I'm gonna turn it down slightly. Okay, I think that's better. Anyway. Yes, so nobody is currently watching, but apologies for starting late. For some reason, my streaming software decided to be problematic and didn't want to start. So, it took me a couple minutes there to figure it out. Anyway, why am I saying this? Nobody is currently watching yet. Usually takes a couple minutes for that to get started, Anyway, let's continue on with the work we were doing here. So I get this cold forest area with some magical phenomenon, which is currently being fought over by two groups of elves. Well, one group of elves and then one group mostly elves with some other peoples thrown in. So we got the Celestine, which are elves that live in this arcane pseudo-nation of floating buildings and stuff. They just, they've got so much magic that they don't really need a traditional nation. They don't need a lot of territory. But they do have some weaknesses in terms of they don't have large numbers, and few of them are martially inclined, so they rely on golems, constructs, and other magical defenses. They can blow up 50 people with a fireball, but there's another 500 waiting to kick their asses. So anyway, then we've got the Alfward, who are the local elves who's actually lived in this region a long time, and are the most numerous of the woodlands inhabitants, and they seek a existence in balance with nature, away from cities and even full-on towns. Excuse me, there is a gnat on my computer screen. I want to kill it. Come to me. Yes! Haha! I did it. But now there's a squashed bug on my screen, so that's a problem. Gotta get rid of that. Perfect. And gonna just clean my thumb and my screen. Okay, well, that tiny detour done with. Let's move on. Now. So yes, we got wilderness elves versus arcane elves, basically. And I decided to make it so that, it's not clear that either side is in the right. both have done things that are not like basically I made the story so that like it's like it's a you know who do you believe sort of thing about what went wrong and who attacked first. Or rather, well, I mean, it's not a thing about who attacked first. But more so that like was the attack by the locals warranted? Also like and just like it starts with this one story which is told by both sides differently, and then it's just spiraled into a growing conflict, which thankfully hasn't involved like the full-on crazy like magics and stuff that the Celestine can bring to bear, but who knows, it could eventually. But moving on, we got some stuff, so let's work on some stuff. So first of all, we should probably actually figure out a name for the region. I think it would probably be an Anglo-Saxon name, I based. Well, maybe not an exact Anglo-Saxon name. Alfward is from Ilfward, which is my best attempt to say this ancient Anglo-Saxon name, which means elf guardian. So let me take a look at good old behindthename.com, which is where I get a lot of my names for writing and world building and such. So let me see. There's Anglo-Saxon mythology names. I wonder, but no, there's only like 8 of them, and they're all like pretty noticeably what they are. Okay, so let's see. We could do another name with like that AE sound, that E sound at the beginning. That's a possibility. Let me see here. Okay, so, but it feels maybe a little... No, it makes sense. It makes sense, I guess. So... I don't think I'd want it to be literally Ilf something again. Maybe something a little different. Let's see. There is Ethelfleed, which is noble and beauty. Maybe I should just make it like maybe something more simple, like something that like most other people call it. Maybe it's like the it's like well, hold on. So what did I give the forest? No, I didn't give the forest, mountains, or coast a name. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. I did give it a name. I just put it down here for some reason. The Dyrweald. Or Dyrweald? Dyrweald. Yes. Oh right, I named it that because because of the like pronounced number of dire animals that live in this region. That's right, Dyrweald, but I spelled it with a Y to, you know, make it seem more fantasy, I guess, or old as a name. Okay, so I did that already. Alright, let's see here. Now, alright, so we've got a couple locations in the forest. We got 2 Alfward locations. Oak Hall, which is surrounded around a trio of awakened trees with an alliance with the Alfward. Okay, and then we got and then we got an outpost, one of the formerly floating outposts of the Celestine, which has fallen, which I named Emerald. I was thinking maybe I'd give all of them like gemstone names and stuff, because I'm using like French for the Celestine elves, and like emerald is just the French word for like emerald. And this is like the forest outpost. Oh, I put outpost Dauphin down here for the coast, which is like, you know, dolphin. Let's not do, well, no, I'll keep Dauphin as a possibility, but I want to like explore, like, I like the gemstone name theme. The question is whether I want to, you know, whether I want to actually look up a bunch of gemstones. Trying to think here. Sorry, I have a tendency to stop talking when I'm thinking. But I am going to say, let me think. Okay, Okay, alright, let me see, okay, what about, like, just, for the mountains, like, gray gems? Are gray gems a thing? Labradorite, jasper, or silverleaf jasper, gray moonstone, dendritic jasper, hello, War Chief. Thank you for coming. Yes, elf time. Literally, it is in the title. Elf versus elf. Or as might have been said in, you know, Middle English, ilf versus ilf. Um, okay, so what is Labradorite? Labradorite seems kind of... It's not a great name, and maybe Moonstone? What is French for Moonstone is a good question. Where is Google Translate? My grandmother that had a heavy German accent said elf that way. Oh, interesting. Okay. So what is Moonstone in French? Pierre de Lune. Yeah, that's not gonna work. How about just like what is the French word for like I don't know. Jasper is just jaspe. Oh, yes, I like the music too. What is this one? It is Tabletop Audio's Royal Court. Alright. So, getting back to it. Outpost, maybe just, okay, so Asper, what does Labradorite turn into? I'm curious. Just Labradorite, yeah. Outpost Jaspa. And then oh, I had Defon back there, but okay. So now, and then the coast would have, okay, it needs some blue gemstones that aren't like aquamarine or sapphire. Let's see, we got zircon, lapis lazuli, kyanite, blue topaz. Why isn't there like a Wikipedia page? Why am I getting all of these like gem companies? It's annoying. Okay. What about like... Okay. What about lapis lazuli? No, it just direct translates. Did the music stop? Hold on. Oh, it's just switching to the next one, which is... Oh, no, hold on. No. Waterkeep. Sure, that works. Thank you, Tabletop Audio, for the use of your music by anyone for anything. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. How about, I guess just Outpost Saphir is fine. It's more easy to... It just sounds better, you know? Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep it that way for now. If I have a better idea later, then we can just change it. So Outposts Emerald, Jasper, and Saphir. So Emerald is dedicated to studying the dire animals, and more specifically the star-touched. Outpost Jasper. Studying the mountains and their materials, as well as whether they play a role in the magical phenomenon or phenomena. Oh, wrong roll. Yep, there we go. Outpost Saphir. Okay. Outpost Saphir. Studying the coastline and whether the magic is affecting the waters. Studying the coastline and if the local phenomena are affecting the waters and further focus and the elemental storm events. Studying mountains and their materials as well as additionally study of uprooted awakened trees takes place here. I want to give each of the outposts something a little interesting, like not just what they're studying, but also like an unusual thing. Like you'd think that the Emerald outpost in the forest is where they would study the awakened trees, but taking them to the mountains essentially makes it like easier. You know what? I think it's like it's easier to control these trees by taking them to the mountains, because it's like, oh, you're gonna escape? We're like, you know, we're like 5,000 feet up. Where are you going to go? You don't have wings. Like, you're a tree. What are you gonna do? Like, just cooperate with us. You know, we'll treat you nice. We got some nice soil beds here. Just relax. Which, you know, like, surely the elves think they're being perfectly reasonable, but, like, the Celestine don't get that some of these trees are like, no, you're creeping us out. Leave us alone. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the one that, the Alfward have the hardest time like the poor trees, yeah. But admittedly, like, just awakened trees happening at random, like, there's some potential for some bad stuff to happen there. Like, I would say that it's probably happened in the past in the Dyrweald, that like, there have been bad awakened trees, like evil ones, that have like attacked the Alfward and other residents, and that have been had to be destroyed essentially. Where the frick is my whatever. But yeah, just the thought is very interesting to me. Okay, so what is the additional thing about Outpost Saphir then? So they're studying the coastline, the waters, elemental storm events, let's see. There's gotta be something interesting about this. The Celestine of this outpost have the Celestine of this outpost have let's see. There's gotta be something interesting about it. I mean, well, I mean, it already is interesting. It's just I'm trying to make it so that each one has an unusual thing. But I'm having because like Emerald is studying the dire animals in the Star-Touched outpost, and Jaspa is studying the mountains and their materials and gets the uprooted awakened trees. So Saphir, what does Saphir get to set it apart? The Celestine of this outpost have recently begun the Celestine of this outpost have recently used magic to break a powerful storm, which has made them no. The Celestine of let's see, have begun to imbue their golems with elemental magics. With elemental magic derived from their research. Okay, so yeah, so They so they're studying like the elemental like they're studying the way that the elementals just pop up in this region sometimes. So it makes sense if like you're like, what if we harness them like we throw the elementals into the golems? I know there's like a thing about like constructs in previous iterations of like D&D and Pathfinder. Well, maybe it's in Pathfinder, but I don't think so. I think it's in like a previous version of D&D where it's like constructs are actually powered by the by like bound elemental like creatures. Um, like you actually have to take an elemental and basically shove it into your construct to make it work. Um, and then like when the construct is destroyed, the elemental being is freed or whatever. Um, uh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, that seems like good. If I decide to change that, it's not a problem. Okay. Now, I'm also gonna have like Alfward locations for the mountains and the coast. It's just I had the outpost there, so okay. So aside from Oak Hall, I need another location in the forest for the Alfward. Um, maybe like a maybe like an underground, like a literally underground meeting place where they can be less concerned about the Celestine. Um, okay. So, underground meeting place. Um, like maybe you could call it a burrow or something. Um, so, um, okay. Um, carved into a large hill, uh, here, carved into a large hill, um, this hidden, uh, um, okay, large hill. This cave was once, um, once the family dwelling of of an extended clan. Or this cave was once the dwelling of an extended family. However, they as they took in however, as the conflict grew, the family offered the space to Alfward lead to Alfward leaders as a safe haven. After being reinforced and given magical protections, it has since become the center of Alfward resistance. It's in Dyrweald. In the Dyrweald. Dyrweald or the Dyrweald? Okay, and then we need neutral locations. Well, I need a name for this place. Maybe like we name it after like a family name. Let me see here. Let's see. Not much in the way of Anglo-Saxon last names. Um, uh, so let's say, let's see, what's a decent name? I think we'll name it, let's see what we got. Sorry. Trying to like, I'm actually trying to find a feminine name. Because it's mostly male names, and I wanted to do a feminine name. Okay, I found something that's decent. Wolfren. So I guess we can call it, like Wolfren House. It's a decent starting place, for a name. Okay. Now neutral locations for the forest. Okay. So I think one of them will have to do with like non-Alfward people. Like there are many who are not elves that consider themselves members of the that like consider themselves part of the Alfward just because they've been living around them so long. And like generally like people will just say, "Oh wait, Alfward doesn't just mean the forest people." Um, let's see. Okay. While this is one of the few small settlements of the forest, this is not a place that the Alfward call their own. Founded by a Let me think here. Founded by a dwarven family. This place has attracted other non-elves for several years. Disagreements between the family and the Alfward have existed since the beginning, and the recent conflict has only inflamed this into a potential powder keg. Might rewrite that, but like just the idea of like, yeah, you know, not everybody here like lives by the way the Alfward want, and like they try to just, you know, coax people and be like, hey, you can live here, but you can't, you know, you can't make it a full-on town or city. Like everybody else here is here for small, you know, balanced living. You know, if you want to do that, do it somewhere else. Otherwise, we're gonna kick you out. So yeah. As for this, well, crap. Now I have to find a dwarf naming scheme. Maybe just like Outsiders plot, or no. Maybe just like Outsiders hold. Sure, I suppose that works. And then I need neutral location number 2. All right. Maybe like a druid location? Okay, I'm thinking like maybe not an exact, like, maybe this is like, you know, a place in the forest that having a druid location is maybe antithetical to the whole point of this place. Like maybe the druids here are much more about like, you know, like nature doesn't make set places. Nature is always in motion. So maybe this is like a roaming place, kind of like. Well, I had a moving location in the last World Building Wednesday. Also, I just realized like this this music may not be best. This says Underground Lake. I'm gonna try something else. This is literally Elven Glade. Gonna skip ahead a bit. Okay, not bad, not bad. But yes, maybe. Yeah, maybe moving it along. No, Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe a druid location exactly isn't the best. Because, like, the druids are on the side of the Alfward. So it's not exactly neutral. Like, I'll talk about the druids when I make characters, I think. But having a druid location doesn't seem like it seems antithetical to like the Alfward culture. I'm having trouble actually thinking of a second neutral location. Ooh, I do have an idea though. What if there is like a part of the forest that is haunted? Like, what if maybe like there are the main three phenomena, but there are also other smaller things that happen like once and maybe never again? Okay. Haunted wood. Or like haunted area? I don't know. While the main phenomena of the Dyrweald all have existed for some time, others have come and gone over the centuries. These appearing and disappearing. They leave their mark on the region. In different ways. One such event was created a section of the forest where ghosts, where one such event created a section in the forest which the Alfward now avoid. Strange things are said to lurk in the ever-present fog. And those who die within it always return as undead. And some of these necrotic creatures even can even leave the area and threaten the region at large. I'm gonna take out this bit because it's kind of redundant. But there you go. Now we have, like, you know, a place where you can fight some undead in the region. So yeah, interesting possibilities. I know you love the spoops, War Chief. Okay, so what do we call this? Maybe like, maybe just like, maybe just like, no, not just, nah. Maybe like, why am I having trouble coming up with names today? Okay, me see here. Alright, I think I found a decent translator actually for Old English. Oh, please don't troll me. One word at a time, okay. Alright, so like grove can translate to like Holt. I wonder what about grave? Some of these are all like a little complicated. Griefholt? Alright, I guess that sounds so like... Griefholt? I'm just gonna make sure that's not like a thing in some other language. Nope. Okay. So Griefholt. Old English. Grave and grove. Mixed and twisted. That's how I usually put in my notes for like when I'm making places to remind myself of how I came up with certain names. Because sometimes I'll just like sort of mash words together to make them into one word, and I'll like change the spellings around a little bit just to make it sound good to my ears. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna drive myself crazy with like it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. But Griefholt sounds pretty decent. Okay, now locations for the mountains. Okay, so we need... I can't imagine that the Alfward would have much in the way of locations in the mountains, because the mountains are supposed to be hard to get through, even if you're trying to. And that's why like other nearby places haven't conquered it. So I imagine like there would only be like, so Alfward location, and then maybe a neutral location or two. What is this music? This is Halfling Festival. Okay, I guess it is fine, I guess. War Chief, is the music a little too loud? Like, It's not overpowering my voice at all, is it? I assume you would have told me before if it was. A smidge? Okay. I'm just gonna turn it down slightly. Okay, I think that's a bit better. I'm listening with headphones so I can hear you clearly. Oh, okay. Okay. So Alfward location. Halfling parties sound like a bunch of fun, though. Yeah, I mean, if, you know, the beginning of Lord of the Rings is anything to go by, halfling parties are a lot of fun. Especially when you invite a wizard. Alright, let me think here. What would an Alfward location in the mountains look like? A wizard with fireworks. Exactly. Okay. So, Alfward location in the mountains. Maybe it's just like a place where they like keep watch on Outpost Jaspa, or where they're planning an attack on Outpost Jaspa. Ooh, an idea just popped into my head. What if... Okay. Former... Random thing, but my nephew just told me the sky goes to sleep or gets darker when he gets sleepy, and he will not listen to my explanation on why the sky gets darker. 3-year-olds, man. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. You know... They don't know things. You know, nobody knows things when they're, you know, when they're young. Like, nobody knows things when they're little. Like, that's what we gotta help them do, to know things. But yeah, nobody knows how anything works. Like, in some ways it would be so much easier if we were born with knowledge, but at the same time, like, just the memory of, like, kind of the freedom of childhood in a way is an interesting part of my existence that I'm not sure I would be willing to part with. Anyway, so my idea for, he's just like, science in this house? Absolutely not. Well, he doesn't even understand what science is. So, like, he's just being a little butt. But I mean, like, you know, he's 3. Yeah, he'll learn in time. Anyway, let me see here. I know, I just think it's funny. It is funny, admittedly. Okay. So I think this Alfward location is a former, like, former giant bird, nest. Previously, okay, a cave in the mountains, previously inhabited by a dire animal by a dire avian animal. Animal which has been captured by the Celestine of Outpost Despa. After their study of the location and seemingly after the study of the location ended, the Alfward decided to utilize the cave to keep watch on the outpost. And as a host and plan to keep watch on and keep watch on the outpost. I think that works. I'm trying not to write too much for each location. I'm getting a little, like, some of these have like 6 lines and I'm trying to cut back a bit. Okay, neutral location 1. Abandoned human mining complex? A long time ago, a group of humans began to mine the mountains mine the mountains. However, while they did find a good amount of wealth, they also encountered difficulties from dire animal attacks and sudden elemental from dire animals and sudden elemental incursions. Eventually, they shut their operation down and left the tunnels and shafts and shafts to the wild and left the tunnels and shafts to crumble. However, many remain intact, housing animals, elementals, and those brave enough to try and live there. Okay. So, neutral location 2. Let's see. Da, 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 da. What would a second neutral location be here? Um... Hmm. Trying to think here. Also, what is this music? Hold on. This is the Feywild? It's mildly creepy. I guess it's fine for the moment. Okay. Makes sense. It's a mildly creepy location. Yeah. So as for the second neutral location, so we've got the outpost. We've got the Alfward cave. We've got this abandoned mining complex, which I will admit I am actually kind of basing on the mines in the beginning mission of Dragon Age Inquisition, which I don't think I have yet done a playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition where I don't go through the mines. I should do that the next time I try. Maybe I'll do that when I maybe I'll do that like when I do like my eventual Templar playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition, because I do want to do a Templar run at some point. All right. Let me think here. What would be a location I could utilize? Maybe like a maybe like there is a maybe there's like another maybe there's like another like phenomena affected location like the Grief Vault. But maybe this one isn't creepy, maybe it's just unusual. I'm thinking like maybe a crystal thing. Like maybe there's like a mountaintop that's like been transformed into crystal or something. So, Crystal Mountaintop. Let's see what we can do with this idea. Okay. transformed during a powerful storm in recent years. This peak can be seen glittering for miles on sunny days. While this has attracted those seeking attracted outsiders looking to make it rich. It was discovered. This has attracted outsiders looking to make it rich, and the upper part, the peak is infested with crystalline elemental creatures so far. Not even the Celestine have successfully sampled the summit. Alliteration. Oop, okay, there we go. So yeah, like crystalline mountaintop. It's like, ooh, maybe it's diamond, but nobody can actually get to it to make sure. So maybe it's diamond, maybe it's topaz, maybe it's quartz, maybe it's useless crystal. Or like worthless. Well, I mean, like any, like even diamonds. Diamonds actually aren't actually that rare. They're just they make it seem like it's been made to seem like diamonds are rare and worth a lot more than they are. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, we got something interesting. Okay, now I'll go back and like properly name these 3 locations. I'm getting caught up on the names, and I want to actually continue making stuff for this. Okay, as for the coast, Alfward location. Again, I think that like the Alfward wouldn't have much in the way of that's the thing. Like the Alfward don't have much in the way of solid locations. But let's see. What would they have on the coast? Hmm. I suppose they could just have like a small dock to tie up like boats to. No, no, no. Even that much seems like too much. Maybe they like um gotta be something. Maybe there's like a fishing settlement. You know, maybe it like moves up and down the coast so that they don't like, you know, in the non-winter months, um, so that they don't overfish any one location. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So this is a moving location, but it's non-magical, kind of like the bandit camps in the mountains of the previous world building Wednesday location, around the desert, around the desert city of Kisafu. Um, okay, so let me think here. Okay, so so um, so um, mobile fishing settlement. That's just how I'm gonna describe it for the moment. Also, this music is not conducive. Oh, this is the Underdark. Okay, yeah, let's change this. Rainy Village. Hmm. I guess this works. The ambient sounds are a little weird. But you know what? Screw it. Whatever. Okay. Mobile fishing settlement. Uh, this collection of tents and yurts. This collection of tents and yurts moves up and down on the coast during the in the non-winter months. Yeah, I strongly prefer the music-only tracks. The ambience can be a little off at times. Okay, so this collection of tents and yurts moves up and down the coast during the non-winter months. Oh, this is actually, hold on. I'm actually going to move the coast to its own page. There, that's better. Okay, yeah, the ambient sounds are a little annoying now. Let me see if I can find something else. What's Protean Fields? Kind of weird sounding. Oh wait, no, this is like combat. Also fun note, but I have an entire set of songs / ambience set aside just for Tazi, all wind related. Very nice. What about the Hearth Inn? This is better. Like, yeah, there are ambient sounds, but like the music is much more present. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, it was more solemn sounding, but this is good. Okay, so collection of tents and yurts moves up and down the coast during the non-winter month. Let's, uh, additionally, boats are constructed from fallen trees. Additionally, boats are constructed from fallen trees. And what the heck was that sound? It sounded like a weird sci-fi sound in this music. That was weird. Okay. Additionally, boats are constructed from fallen trees and there's some odd sounds in this one. Okay, so boats are constructed from fallen trees and a number of, and I think it's supposed to be coins or magic or both. Okay, that makes sense then. I'm just gonna power through it. I can't keep getting distracted by picking the right background music / sound track. Anyway, okay, so right, boats are constructed from fallen trees. Meaning that they are few and far between. But well constructed and maintained. Okay. That seems good. Okay, and now neutral location. Let's see, what would be a good neutral location? Neutral location. Okay, what if we did like a whirlpool? Yeah. It's not, super original, but what is interesting about it? Maybe I don't want to keep doing like each area of this region has a magical phenomena location, but maybe it's like it's not clear what the phenomenon is. It's just like this whirlpool has maybe it's a natural phenomenon, but it seems to draw like the elementals. Okay. So Yeah, yeah, like maybe something like that. Okay. Um, um, maybe not ironically. This swirling vortex of water is not the result of strange magic, but it is simply a natural occurrence. However, it does seem to attract both elementals and dire creatures who will swim around it in almost almost ritualistic or in almost dance like coordination. The Celestine of Outpost Saphir are studying this strain, are studying this behavior while Alfward druids are worried they may end up disrupting the peaceful effect the whirlpool has on these entities. Alright. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I think we've got some good locations. Alright. Now, let's start making some characters, I think. Well, actually, something I need to determine. I had this idea that the Celestine have some vampires amongst them, and the Alfward have some like werewolves amongst them. I'm no longer certain that I like this idea. At least not the way I was thinking of it. I think I was too affected by other things I'd been consuming lately. But I think I will keep the werewolves, just not with the vampires as well. Like, the Celestine already have a serious advantage with, like, floating outposts and, you know, and, like, extra dimensional spaces and golems and other constructs and all that. The Alfward need an edge. So, the Alfward... This is some interesting music for me to say this to. The Alfward, some of them have turned towards, druids who offered them lycanthropy as a means of power, essentially, to fight against the Celestine. I think some of the druids would have been against this idea, and probably some of the Alfward are against it too, but admittedly, those who do become werewolves are obviously more powerful. So, yeah. So I'm going to do a strike through for this vampire idea. I'm going to keep it there, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to be noted as like this idea is shelved for the moment at least. All right. All right. Now, as for locations, or I mean not locations, for characters, I don't think there's going to be a central leader. Oh, pardon me. There's not going to be a central leader for each faction. It's more that there is like a group of leaders for each faction, which makes this even more complicated. Oh, jeez, I have to. I had to stretch real bad. Ugh, pardon me. But yeah. Okay, so there's definitely at least 3 leaders of the Celestine, so one for each outpost, like an administrator or a director or something, that is in charge of them. And maybe they have like, you know, lieutenants or whatever, but I think just settling with like 3 Celestine leaders works. And then for the Alfward, maybe 3, maybe 4. Don't want to get too complicated. 3 is a nice number. Because, you know, it's the easiest, it's the like smallest group essentially that you can have. Like, you know, yes, 3 is a good number. There's a reason why like 3 is very popular in fiction. So let's see here. I'm debating whether I want to just put them in under the locations. I suppose that makes sense, at least for the Celestine leaders. Let's start with the Celestine leaders at like their outpost locations. I think I'm gonna change this to Fallen Outpost Emerald. Or, you know what, just Outpost Emerald. Don't need to call it something fancy. They probably they would not want to call it that. So Outpost Emerald. So who is the leader here? So interesting thing. Let's see. What is like let me see here. Like leader of a science outpost or something. No. Weirdly, I'm getting like Mass Effect. I'm getting like Mass Effect playthrough guides involving like science outpost missions or something. Okay. What about just like director? So what is director in French? Realisateur? Realisateur? don't really like that name. What about administrator? Administrator. Okay. Also, I realize that there's just as much ambient noises in this. Clearly, like, what is actually the name of this track? Hold on, I'm curious. Forge of Fury. So this is clearly like some kind of intimidating dwarven or something thing. I mean, it works. It's fine. Okay. What about, like, headmaster of, like, a school? Director. No. Maybe just, I use just director for now. Director. Okay. I feel like this person is, maybe this person is, like this is essentially the person who is in charge of the outpost where this whole thing started. So, or better yet, maybe they're a new person. Like the previous director was killed or something, and now this new person is having to deal with this research project and this conflict, and previously didn't have a part in it. They've just been they've been like sent essentially to take over the situation. Okay, so having replaced the original director, this Celestine elf is juggling research and defense. Is juggling research and defense. Okay, so let's see. What is the gender of this person? I'm gonna roll a handy dandy die. Male. So this is a female elf. So I need a name real quick. Also, this music is no longer good for this thing. Also no. I guess that works. Only got 10 minutes left. Okay. So director. Let's see. Let's see. How about Alien? So Alien. Hold on. There we go. Thank you, Google Special Character tool. Director Alien. Having replaced the original director, the Celestine, hold on, no. There we go. Is juggling both research and defense. When she has the time, she tries to pursue peace negotiations with the Alfward. However, these usually never go anywhere. So, beginnings of a character there. I think that she's probably actually lawful good. That may sound weird for this kind of society, but I think the reason that she's gotten stuck with this location is because, like, she's kind of a goody two-shoes, and at least in the eyes of, like, her fellow researchers, but she is a good administrator. So essentially, it's like, well, it gives us an opportunity to get her out of our way. So female elf, we'll say like wizard, I guess. Lawful good. Yeah, so she's actually trying to pursue peace, but also she has her duties to her nation and her the researchers and such that have been put under her, and like the materials and the outpost itself, which they're still trying to restore the flight capabilities to that. So yeah. You know what? I don't think I've only got 5 minutes left. I'm not sure I have much left in me from today. I've created a bunch here, and I think I'm just going to end it here. So made a bit of progress, not a ton, but like we got a bunch of locations, names and descriptions. We got a character, and yeah, so I'll have to see where this goes next time. Until then, I'm Lore Master Bernard. This has been World Building Wednesday. I'm still trying to figure out how to put up the previous settings online, probably on my Twitter account. Just trying to figure out how to best to do that. And otherwise, I got Stellaris Orc clones starting up in a little over half an hour. So gonna try and make that work, even though things were not going well. And otherwise, I've got I've got everything, most of everything on YouTube. I've been having some issues lately, but anyways, you're not here to hear that. Anyway, I'm Lore Master Bernard. This has been World Building Wednesday. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, etc. Check out, my stuff on YouTube. Check the schedule to see what's coming up. Check my Twitter for updates and other stuff. And until next time, hope you're doing well whenever and wherever you are. Bye-bye.